Tēnā koutou te iwi tainui no whangaroa. Tainui whenua, tainui tangata, ka mihi. Tēnā koutou te iwi Ngāti Whātua, ka weroa maki, tainui, Ngāti Pou, Waiahua, Ngāti Rehua. Ka mihi no Tamaki Makaurau. So I am in Auckland. So those are the groups that are here. So welcome everyone. And today I chose a proverb that I think I've also said before, tamatu, tamaora, tamanoho, tamamate. Those who are active and engaged have well-being. So, you know, we're talking about keys to citizenship, and that is just another way to have well-being, trying to kind of weave last session into this session. So if we engage with the aspects of home, help, life, purpose, all those things, the keys to citizenship, that's just another way of having well-being. And a Maori word for today, which I also mentioned last time, is whai ora. So to have well-being, or someone we're supporting that's seeking well-being.
So Melissa, is aura well-being? Aura?
Whai ora is the word that Dr. Mason Jury coined for client. So person who is seeking well-being.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So again, coming from strength-based approach instead of person who's unwell, person who's seeking to be well. So we're going to, run through session 3. And just like last time, we're going to run through the different sections, put in some times for each section, and jump into it.
So I've copied this agenda onto Rebecca's document. Can you see it, Rebecca?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I can take notes on that now.
Great.
Thank you.
So I feel that this coming session is actually simpler. It's just got 2 elements. So, you know, the main, so you know, besides the beginning and the end, the main elements are, you know, firstly reflect and see how we achieved. And maybe that is the time when we can insert their signature strength. You know, how did you do this? How did you achieve? And the second part is the keys themselves and the passport. So, okay. So, let me just introduce this quickly to you. We're not going to do it today. Simon Duffy is the guy who invented the keys to citizenship in 2014. He's an incredible philosopher. If you are interested one day, we call this digging deeper. Okay, if one day you think to yourself, I'd love to hear more about it. So this is the video that we show in session. Is he just explains the key one after the other, but this is his thinking over half an hour. Just do it on a day that you have a good mental space ahead of you, because it's incredibly deep what he talks about. In fact, I listened a few times, but I just wanted to open this for you in case you wanted it one day. Okay, it's not for now, because right now we're like in the middle, like let's do. But this is like for digging deeper and listening, you know, and doing it. It's really good, more material onto it. Okay. So I've introduced that. So do you want to put some timing? Let me see if I can access also your document. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Can you see the document now? Can you see a change screen? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now this part of Just in Time is for you to discuss amongst yourself and decide who does what and how long.
It was the 4 questions last session went super fast, which was great. I would say just considering sort of the slow people sorry, the tricklers that come in a little bit later, I would say maybe 10 minutes might be appropriate for this first bit.
I wonder if
mean,
you shouldn't start with the culture. If you want to do the culture of the group, like maybe start with that and then get if the tricklers come in. Yeah, we always have this problem also. There's always latecomers.
Yeah. So switch maybe culture of the group first and then,
I don't know. What
yeah.
do you guys think?
Well, are we supposed to do the culture of the group every time? Like how we're going to be today, or
Okay, so,
should we?
yeah, you know what? With adults are, it's important to them that somebody doesn't meet them in the supermarket in the milk aisle and say, "Oh, about what you said the other day in session." So the adults are like, I don't know if it's that important to young people. I asked last time and you said, yeah, let's do this exercise. So I just went with what you said. I feel it's less important. I actually would not necessarily do it, but thanks for asking this question. I just put it in there because I thought you wanted to do it.
Well, we did it last time.
Yeah, I don't think we need to. I think it's a thread throughout, right? So we did it the one time. Yeah.
Okay.
If we want, we could put up the picture. Like I took a photo of the whiteboard. We could put up that picture and be like, we talked about this last time. These are the things.
Okay.
But I don't even know if we need to do that. Like,
if you want to do it, should I put it back?
What do you think?
I think it might be nice. I don't think we necessarily have to like talk about it, but just orienting the group to it.
Okay.
And just remember these, we did this last week. And it might also be nice to just offer like, between last week and now, did anything else come up for you that you want to add? I mean, I would suspect it's likely they're going to say no, but at least give them the opportunity for that.
Rebecca, or actually, can I send you the photo I took, since we usually share from your computer?
Yeah. Okay. So we're thinking maybe if I did 5 minutes.
So do you want to show the poster first? That you can do that too, while they're trickling in.
Yeah.
You're welcome to check. Yeah, you're welcome to check. Yeah.
Okay, I'll switch this. Oh no.
Okay, and I'll tell you what to do. Here, this is where you move it. No, just go back. Control Z. Yeah, leave it. No, you go here and then you move this cursor here. You can see? Oops.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. It's a document. It's just for us. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. Does that feel adequate? Sort of 5 minutes per, but sort of 10 minutes as a whole to allow people to trickle in and do the questions?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And maybe they don't need to be sitting down while this is happening. I'm just thinking, seems like they like to move around, and sitting down is more of a classroom feel. So maybe, I don't know.
We won't put out any chairs this time.
Yeah.
No chairs. Okay.
Okay. This part will probably take a
wait. It could be, let's say, as they're all in the door, and then they have to go one by one to their chair after they, read out one thing and say, yes, I agree with this. Boom, sit to your chair. I don't know. I feel the less they're sitting, the better.
Yeah.
I wish we could do that game, the one that was where like you have to find an empty seat if that switch places, but I'm just trying to think of how we would have Wendy be involved, because I don't want her to be like,
well, we could do it standing, right? Just oh no.
Well, I mean,
if we
maybe
the puzzle pieces as like a spot you could stand on.
Yeah.
Like a circle of them.
Yeah.
Maybe she could just like grab a chair, like touch it, and then that's hers.
Yeah.
Because we could always open, because those don't have to necessarily be about Like they could, that's like a nice opening game, unless we can find a way to make it about the keys to citizenship or some other like. But it was like funny last time when they were like so targeted in their questions. It's like,
yeah,
if you have a tattoo of this specific thing, or if you're wearing
Yeah.
a shirt that says on it,
yeah,
they were like so sassy.
yeah. So maybe like between 1 and 2, like before reflections, do the fruit salad game. Is that sort of what you're thinking, Andrea, or what?
We kind of like start off from an energized place, but do you think we should save it until we need to get them moving?
Well, there's the island hopping game is partway through there. Oh, the fruit salad game is also near the bottom as well.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We can mix.
We can
We
move
can
it
change
around
it. We can
or
change it.
do it twice. Totally up to you.
Yeah.
At this point, all of us are working together to make this, to make this activity like a, sizzling. I don't know what the word would be, but
Sizzling, I like that.
We could start with I don't know. Are we like running short on time? We could start with an icebreaker activity that was really fast. And we could just do one of those ones where it's like colored candy, you like take a color and that's like the question you have to answer. Like it could be Smarties or it could be Skittles. Then they get sugar. But also it's like a little bit by chance. And they're just like general questions about like something. But I don't know.
So you're saying
that's a nice idea.
The format of an icebreaker for culture of the group, are you saying, or not? No.
Oh no, just like a getting to know you activity to like after we have the opening stuff. And then get into the reflection.
Icebreaker. What would you call it?
Like colorful questions. I will make a poster with like the colors and what each question is, and I will pick up candy.
Perfect. Okay.
Nice.
Thanks, Andrea.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So this is the goal reviewing. Do we think we'll need maybe 15-20 minutes for this part?
So you tell me, because honestly, it's sometimes it's really difficult to hear what's happening in session, and the sound is like still. By the way, yesterday the conference that I went to, it's a technology conference, and I was talking about that issue to a technology company called Axis, and they gifted me like high resolution camera with sound and everything, which I'll use here and see if we can resolve these issues with a different.
That's awesome.
So normally the format of that is reflecting on my own, how did I achieve my goal, and then share. Does that work well for this cohort?
Yeah, we didn't really do the reflecting on their own part. I think we just sort of jumped into the conversation, and that's fine, I think.
Okay, so we don't need the reflecting on that. We don't need the reflection then.
I would say 20. I would want, if we think we have enough time, I'd say 20 minutes, because in the event that somebody didn't complete or they're thinking they need to change it or whatever, then we need to have some time to brainstorm with them around that. Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Annie.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I had one of the parents and the youth come to a different group last night, and right away he told me that he had done his first step, and so that was kind of cool. And I didn't even ask him. I didn't prompt him. He just was like, "I did my cooking with my mom." like, cool. And he told me all about what they made and the ingredients and whatever. So he was really shy last time to share anything. I'm really hoping he might want to share this time.
Great. That's great. And
It's
so
amazing.
last time also, is that Taylor who didn't have she forgot-
Tyler.
No, but that's a woman. There's a girl, no?
Taya.
Yeah.
Taya.
Yeah.
Is it worth giving her a call? Because last time she said she forgot about the goal.
Yeah,
Did she say that?
I can text her.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about how we would connect with her.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
text
'Cause
her.
I don't want her to arrive another time and say I've forgotten about my goals, and then text her and then see if maybe maybe if she doesn't have time, I mean a goal that involves someone else is always a problem because that person.
Yeah.
So
Right.
then what it could be scaled back to I'm going to look at recipes that I would like to try and I will select 2 recipes. So that that could be the goal.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we do for like, I think when we went around and everyone shared like, yes, they had achieved it and everyone clapped, that was like, I think a lot of, I don't know, it felt really good. If we have like, not like a squishy toy, but something a little bit bigger, more substantial, like a beanbag or something, maybe we could do like, they toss it to the next person who like that they choose to share. So it's not just a circle.
Yeah.
So I can bring that too. I'll find something that's like
We'll have something. There's something we can use, I'm sure, in the closet upstairs or the room,
I think so.
toy room.
A big soft toy. We should do a now next youth mascot. Shouldn't we? That would be nice. Do you want me to take out of session session 3 to take out the individual reflection from the website or not? Yeah,
that's fine. How long do you, Anik and Melissa, how long do you think for keys to citizenship?
How long is the video?
Oh, the video is just 5 minutes. Where is it? Should I stop sharing my screen and maybe Rebecca can share her screen afterwards.
Sure.
But right now I'm just looking at the
This is probably the main bulk of the section, so of the session. Half an hour, is that too little, too much?
Yeah, let's maybe allot that if.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the thing is, to convey the idea, it's on the
Did I share my screen? Oh, you're sharing your screen.
So I'm gonna take this one out, the individual reflection. And then here, I don't know what to do here because I was trying to embed the Airtable, but it doesn't work. You're gonna have to do the Airtable from Change Computer, not from this website. So, what are keys to citizenship? The good life. So, you say this part, being respected, equal, different, and then this.
For many people,
it's only 6 minutes. That's 6 minutes. But then the most important thing, you have to decide whether it's best to stop after each key and give examples, which might be a better idea for this. Yeah. So, so let's review, meaning, are we happy with our lives? Do we have goals that matter?
Rebecca, what do you think for them? Because you know the most of these people. Do you think we should stop and break it down?
Yeah, I think so. I think like from what we learned with Perma last week, because we sort of presented them all and then, and then we ended up needing to sort of support more individually and with each letter. So I think it might be worth trying just starting one key at a time and having conversation.
Well, then
Um,
you can also use there is the coloring. So you can say if you have one key, then you can say, okay, let's talk about the purpose now. So you can use this bit here, you know, so purpose also does meaning. Are we happy with our lives? Do we have goal that matters to us? And they can also do they like the coloring activity in the book or not so much?
a couple people I've seen coloring, but I haven't seen most people, I would say.
That's-
I think some of them really did. I think the majority liked the Lego the best.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
yeah.
if the going through the keys should also be the game. Like if we could have a conversation about each of the keys and then do someone give an example to get the puzzle piece. Like I wonder if this should all be like combined, or if you want to have a conversation about each one, then get up and play the game.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Combine it as a game, because that's just your understanding sort of clicks in with the game and with the movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for this activity, then they would all be standing up. You play this one key at a time, and then you stop and say, okay, now we each one of you have to hoop. Is that not too long? We'll see.
Yeah. So if I'm understanding correctly, we're going to play one key on the video. Then we will do the puzzle island hopping game for that key.
Oh,
okay.
I thought we would play the whole video because it's only 5 minutes. And then everybody up, we're going to play a game to get to know them better. I just
maybe that's more seamless doing it that way.
Yeah.
But again, Rebecca, like, what do you think for the needs of the style?
Because I think that's maybe a better thought, because I think if we're sort of stopping and going and transitioning between game, video game, we're going to just lose them.
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
It would be good to hear what you all think of this video, because it's a bit wordy. Yeah. Should we have this video? The video is a bit wordy. Like, you know, he's using some words that might need explanation.
So that's
sorry, can I share another thought before it leaves my mind? What are your thoughts on, just as another way to solidify the learning, is if we break the group into smaller groups and they're each assigned a key, and then they maybe write some of their thoughts or experiences around it, and then they share it back to the group.
Yeah, we can try that. But I do have an idea, because I think that I do think that it's given the PERMA experience, if I agree with what Rebecca says, if they listen to the whole video, it's going to be difficult for them to go back to one, to one specific. So what you could do is, if they're all sitting down, you can stop after each key and then just ask this. These are the questions that we ask ourselves, and then you just ask, and then they have to answer sitting down. And then afterwards we give examples. The island hopping game is about an example. So this is breaking it down in terms of what the meaning of it, the review questions, and the island game is about examples in my life of how I could use the keys. Make sense or not?
That
makes sense. I really think that for this type of cohort, especially that they have such different abilities, so different. So I think that I don't want to run into the same problem as before, as Emily says, that some of them you literally had to go through the whole thing again individually. That's a waste of time in a group and also not very effective. So let's see. And if somebody has trouble and getting like all of them, just say to them, which is the key that speaks to you? And then let them concentrate on one key and say, we're going to talk about the others afterwards.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Maybe it's fine if they really only, focus on one or a few of them or something.
Yeah, and then for the island hopping game, if they can't think of example, they need the team. Hey team, I need your help. Okay. So do we go back to the document now? So basically we do what, Emily, what you suggested to do was to reflect in small groups? Or not?
No, I didn't. No, I meant just the conversation.
Straight into a discussion.
Yeah, okay. I don't think we should do, I would rather have the big group because I want them to hear each other. And there does seem to be really good peer support capacity within this cohort.
So it's group discussion, and then and then the game instructions here is, the game instruction will be for so this is peer support in ideas, and the island hopping game is they need the team to get through the challenge. I'm just wondering if you said you wanted to use some of the narrative that I was suggesting about the quest. So now I need to go back and find those, the quest document.
Just another thought about gamifying and having teams. Could there be an exercise where you have 2 teams versing against each other, or like 5 or 6 teams? That could be another way to get their energy up. Just an idea.
They were really into competing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, last night I was telling Anik that I had a race with my niece. Who's going to brush their teeth first to get ready? Who's going to put on their PJs? And then the last thing was like, who's going to get into bed first? And then she won all 3. And then my brother said, now who's going to be the first to fall asleep? And she was like, me, like from her bed.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, and they were like, usually this person takes half an hour. I'm sure it was just because it was new and, she's just excited.
That's so funny. Okay, so sorry, what part are we? Or what are we?
I think Anik is pulling something up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to copy from the quest document. And now I'm going to reshare my screen so we do this together. So I'm just calling it quest instructions, or script maybe. So today we're going to get you the keys, or you're going to get the keys. You are something. I'm happy for like a different like write it better. You're going to compete to receive the keys to your destination or something. We have 2 challenges. We'll have, oops. So, Andrea, I think it might be a good idea to start with so far in session 1 and 2. And then you show on the map, map the two, it's not destination, the 2 stations, the 2 milestones, the 2 stages of the quest. And then, you explain, we looked at your strengths and see how we transform. You can start talking about the superpowers. And see, what I think is going to happen is some of them are going to understand and they're going to reframe it for themselves. And see, they may not get everyone along, but let's see what happens as a dynamics. Okay. Strength into superpower, and then well-being, perma as I want to say fuel and dashboard. So, because perma is a dashboard, it lends itself to the journey, like you're traveling in a vehicle, but what we want to travel is we want to achieve goals, but through well-being. Like we don't want to achieve goals at the price of well-being, right? So it ensures that you travel longer, that on the quest, that you travel well on the quest. Oh, I see Andrea is frowning.
No, I'm just in thought.
Okay. So that your journey is I want to say sustainable, but it's kind of, like you can keep traveling for, you don't want to run out of money in the middle of your journey. You don't want to run out of fuel. So what would the word be? So the journey is, okay, for the journey.
Successful, so that you reach your goals, so you can keep going. I don't know.
Yeah. So my question to you is, do you need more like exact script, or you think that you can just, tell it on the spot?
Yeah, I think we can just paraphrase.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better not to. I mean, you don't want to be reading. Okay. So today,
I was really concerned about that sort of before we started, just because I know how Rachel and Rochelle have typically done things with their program that they're doing.
reading from the script.
Yeah. So, but I like the way that we do it better.
Yeah. Honestly, for the aim of the program, it's much better to be spontaneous, and the cost might be, I forgot to say this, I forgot to say that, but people feel that it's flowing and they're engaged, rather than sort of reading from the screen. But we were pushed into it by facilitators. No, we want a script, and then I think that's maybe I should take the script away.
I think everyone's different. Like you all are very eloquent speakers, and you can just think on your feet, and you're great with it. And then other people don't have experience of facilitating, and they might need to start with a script and practice.
Well, that was the idea, but then they don't want to they're still reading the script. You see, they're still reading it. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, Melissa, because I feel the opposite. So
no,
it still is easier just to speak versus,
What do you mean you feel the opposite?
Oh, I don't feel like a very eloquent speaker. I don't know about you or Andrea, but
you guys just what it is just connecting to people and reacting to what they say, and that's what I call eloquent. Yeah. It works.
We're always the worst critic of ourselves.
Yes.
No, it's
we are our worst critics. So
No, you're all very natural.
Thank you.
so here's the here's basically the quest idea. You know, so it involves you have writing, write to the write on a what do you call those things, flip chart?
Whiteboard.
So yeah, and this is the part where when you write, you say this is a team challenge, is a personal challenge. This is where you need to get this thing to where they need to engage. So
I just had another idea for a game. If we print out the keys bigger, like on an A3 or something, and then you could have like darts that people throw and see which one it lands on, and then they have to give an example. So just idea.
Mm-hmm.
You might not even use it in the session, but just
Or like a
something
wheel.
physical.
Do we have a like wheel of whatever? What are those called? Like a pinwheel?
A physical one?
Wheel of Fortune
In
type
youth
thing.
leadership,
Yeah.
Ryan always pulls up like an electronic
Mm.
I
wheel
know,
thing.
but do we have something that's like physical, or like can we get something that's
but wait, who is the one who pulls out the electronic one? Is that a participant?
Mhm.
So maybe involve him and say, hey, your part is to do this. Maybe he can pull it on his phone and say it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do the island hopping this way. This is the first key. Ryan is going to tell us which one is the like involve each one of them. Firstly, it's not on you. You don't have to worry about the technology. And second, they're involved. And they're going to listen to Ryan now. They don't listen to you, which is great. So we'll put that in the Sarah win as a team. Ryan uses an electronic pinwheel. Yeah, something like this.
yeah, it's just not as interactive then.
Each youth can initiate their spin, but it's just pushing a button.
Okay, I'm just putting it with a question mark. If you have a better idea, I'll be the first one.
Yeah.
Can we just go over like how the game works? I don't know if we need to, like, we could do it also on the day, but like how. So okay, we're gonna do
this one.
Yes, we're gonna do the video and we're gonna talk about each key. Are we also gonna do the participants reflect on how they've used it in their life? And then
that was the coloring one.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But we don't have to do it. That you can say to them, if you think that only some of them need to color, you can just say some of you might want to do in session. You might want to color and think about them. But if you think it doesn't engage enough people, then I'm happy to not have it. Could just say the color. Where's the coloring? What do you
I just need to grab my computer charger. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Andrea, what do you think for that?
I mean, I think like reinforcing the concepts is good. I just wondered if like the game was going to be kind of similar in terms of like giving examples of how they've used a key in their life to get the next puzzle piece, but I don't know.
Oh, so I tell you what, the secret, why we do this with adults, it's we think that some of them will, that's our experience is like most people, they need to get into it and say, oh, how have I done this before they get into the discussion. That's the reason. If you think
connect it to themselves.
Yes, it's for themselves. If you think it's not necessary here, it's not printed in stone that we can't move it. So
no, it's totally fine. I was just I was just kind of wondering about like just talking it out. That's all.
Yeah. Oh no, that's something else.
I hit mute just when you changed the screen, and I thought I had like done something, so I got really stressed out.
Yeah, just trying. I've opened too many windows as usual, so now I have to. Oh, here it is. Oh no, that's your session. Okay, sorry. Whenever I want to find the program, I just go back to this one because.
Do you want me to? Okay.
So. I think that this activity, you can just say, if you feel like it, you can color them in your book. So it's not like a stopping everything and doing it for 5
I
minutes.
agree. Yeah.
But then
Okay,
what would be for me, what would be the really important discussion would be this one. What keys did you use for your goal 1 and 2? Because that's the precursor to the passport activity. So if they can think about this and have a discussion or something, that would be good. Otherwise, we go into the passport activity more cold. I don't know if we can do that.
So should we break it down how the game how the game is going to look?
Okay.
Andrea, are you just gonna get like Skittles or something? Or Smarties?
For the icebreaker. For like the first game, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm reading the wrong. Yeah, no, sorry. I was thinking the wrong thing.
So for the island hopping game, I was thinking, but I think we did it differently last time, so we can do whatever. But I was like, what we could do is have like each puzzle piece labeled with one of the keys.
Oh, nice.
And so it's like, in order to step on that one, you have to give an example of it in your life. But then how do we hand them out? I guess we could just make a path across the floor.
Yeah.
And they get from one to the other. Or is that like, is it better to give each one to somebody and then have them kind of put the path together? Is that too much? I think that's probably more fun for them, but
I wonder if I don't know how this would work or if it would work, but like if a youth has made it further down and there's a youth that's like stuck and can't think of, like, say the next key is love and they can't think of an example, maybe someone that is ahead could say, oh, home is near me, I can switch with you if you want to use the home key instead. And then maybe someone else thinks of a love key or something where there's like room for, we create the path, that there's room to adjust and work together.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, nice idea.
If somebody also like, maybe if they come up with like an example to help somebody, we could give them like an additional piece to share or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you can earn sort of blank pieces.
That anyone can step on.
Yeah. Nice.
But you're not allowed to just take those all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you add this? Because I like the idea, but I couldn't understand. Yeah. And another, while Rebecca writes, how do you what do you call them in session? You say participants? What do you call, like, hey you, or you call them by name? Because the reason why I'm asking is I think we should call them players.
Mm,
You know, because we call them youth amongst ourselves, but you know, because if we call them players, it even reinforces it's just a little bit of a mental twist, but it is actually reinforces the idea that we're in a game, it's a quest, and the players do this, the players do that. And I think even for them to hear that the word player, player, player.
Nice.
I wonder if it's confusing though.
The what? You wonder?
Is that confusing?
Well, what would you call them as a group? You call them participants and say, hey, each participant here can do this?
We
Or
don't, we
each
just say each person, right?
Mhm.
And we're talking to them, so we're saying you all are gonna, okay, now we are going to, I don't know, I wouldn't get too caught up in the language around that,
Okay.
if that's okay. I
No,
know
that's okay, but it's okay by me. I'm just saying, see on the ground what is
Mhm.
more engaging to them.
Mhm.
so just to clarify, the blank puzzle piece thing we were talking about was in the context of if a player is stuck and can't think of an example, another youth could provide an example for that key that they're stuck on, and that earns their teammate a blank puzzle piece.
So is the
That's sort of-
blank like a joker? Is that like something
Yeah.
that could be anything? Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say Ryan is stuck and can't think of a love key. Connor is ahead or somewhere else and says, well, I have another example for a love key and I want to earn a blank piece for Ryan to move forward.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're actually gonna cut out like physically little pieces of paper, blank, or
Yeah,
I will cut out labels for I can get labels for the pieces.
right?
perfect. Thank you, Andrea. Nice. So this will probably take what, 15 minutes, you think?
Yeah.
Can aim for that. Okay. Oh, we haven't done, oh, this is optional. I see. Okay. Okay. Does that feel clear enough on that piece, on that game? We're probably going to have to sort of like figure it out as we go a little bit.
Yeah. I think that we should I think the three of us should act it out as an example to them
Yes.
first.
Yes. I think
Yeah,
so.
good idea.
Not the entire thing, but
Yeah. Just
yeah.
like what you, how you engage in the game. Okay.
Maybe we could do this also. I don't know if Share is doing their group or whatever, but if the lobby is available, maybe we do it from one end of the lobby to the other just to be in a different environment.
Yeah, that's a
love
great idea. Changing an environment is really, and also there's more space, you know, like,
Yeah.
and also don't make it so easy for them to hop. Like well, I don't know about like Wendy. Yeah, we want Wendy to be part of it.
Yeah.
Just has to stand beside a puzzle piece or like touch it,
Carry,
whatever.
yeah, or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would love it if somebody could actually record this on their phone or something and send me the recording later, because I obviously I don't want to transport Zoom and
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
I could film it on my camera.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
Don't let me.
Okay. Great. So what, we're at 5, 10, 15. 35, hour and 5, hour and 20.
Should probably have lunch.
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe between the keys to the game. Between here.
Yeah, and then they come back from lunch and they straight play the game, which is the good thing after lunch, right?
Yeah.
That's a good idea, and we can set up the game, or like,
Yeah.
or just make sure everything's ready when they're eating.
Does this mean this is the recording for me, videotape?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, and I'm just gonna put Andrea here so you remember Andrea. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't want to bother you with the logistics of computers, but I would absolutely love to see the game afterwards.
Yeah. So I think we should be at, I mean, yeah, if everything goes exactly to this timing, we're at an hour and 40 to get through 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it feels like we have lots of time, which is nice.
Yeah. If you have extra time, just try and talk about signatures. How do you transform a signature strength into a superpower, and try and give examples. The other thing that I was thinking, sorry, it's just an aside for a second, but I need to ask that, it's important. Did you have a chance to upload the photos of their strength?
It's still on Rebecca's phone, and I keep meaning to ask you, Rebecca.
Yeah. So the question is, the question is, could we sort of make it into a poster on the board so that it says, Jason has these two, so that it's out there? Because one of the difficulties is that, once we've done the activity and it's just, we've done it and it is not in front of you, is there a way to map the group and say who's got this strength now, who can use that strength now? And then if we had a map, we could just use it during the game and thus turn it more into something that they understand. We might not find the solution now, but I would love to find a solution on how we map the strength, the superpowers of the team, so that is there during the whole game.
What if the youth, what if each youth took their backpack with them on this game?
Yeah, yeah, okay, that's good.
Holding their backpack.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. We'll try that and see.
Anika, I can just FaceTime you, or I don't know, or WhatsApp video call you the game. Why don't we just do that versus recording it?
Well, that's not gonna, yeah, you can do that. And then so that I'm in there during the game.
Yeah.
We can, but then I would like to have a recording so I can watch it a few times.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. We can do that.
Don't worry. We'll just, we'll just wait for you to come back into the room.
Okay.
Just want to jump in and notice the time and ask if we would like to take a break now or soon.
Sure.
Yeah. I guess something we could just think about in the break. I just had this idea. If this kind of theme of quest really goes off, if people are really into it, we could think about making a website for the youth that they then engage in, and that's like the platform for the game and achieving their goals. And it could really be like, there's a whole literature about serious games. Like there was a game that was created for people to reduce fossil fuel, to reduce their carbon impact. And so they would have these missions, and they would go out in real world and like work in a community garden or bike to work or do this, and then they log on to the website and get points. And so that's just an idea like this really goes off, maybe there could be, because that could then be their community as well. Because we were thinking last time, do we have a WhatsApp group? How do they stay in touch? How do they keep going with motivation? And then maybe have a moderator.
Do you think that they would engage in that?
That's the question. Like there could be some people that would be very into it. It would just be like a thing to try. Then we need to get like a web designer and stuff involved.
Well, we could wonder if our web coder, if that would be something
Yes.
we'd be interested in or not.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, he says he makes games.
Well,
There we
can
go.
we ask him if he can make a game like this for the group? I don't know.
I wouldn't even know the words to. Yeah, we
Just an idea, like we can all just think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We also had that, remember the youth in the summer who was also really wanting to get into coding. I can't remember his name now. I can see his face, but he's not part of the group now, but he was part of our summer program. But
Well,
yeah, I'm same as Emily. I'm like, code this thing.
Yeah, make
Be
this
like, what?
game.
No, but I know, I went to
Okay.
this technology, okay, before the, okay, one sec before the break and then we break. The conference I just went to now, it was all about, it's called Digital Health Week. It was all about technology. I've never been to a conference like this before. Usually it's like disability sector. It's very, it's like very serious. And there everyone's like playing and throwing. And they told me that there's two environments that coders go into to design games. So it's not that they design everything from the ground up. There's like two different game engines. So one question might be, I mean, you guys have connection with lots of young people, and one of them might just latch up to, it might not be a participant, but one of them might be interested in creating like that kind of game for us. Let's keep it in mind, and then we see, because I feel these people have a lot of time on their hands, which is something we don't. Okay. So, and look, after we come back from the break, we finish this, and basically I think after that, if we can finish earlier, I'm happy to finish earlier for the day. So it's now 22. When do you want to come back? How long do you want to break?
11:50. Is that fine for people?
10
Is
minutes?
that enough?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. See ya.
Okay.
What room are you in? It's so yellow. Emily? Emily, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Andrea?
Yes, I can hear you. It is so cold. I had to go get a blanket.
Yes, me too. I'm freezing.
While we were meeting, a youth on my caseload called and asked if I could take him clothing shopping.
Oh,
Oh.
are you gonna do it?
He was like, I guess he's in a group home, and I guess the person who watches the house like put bleach in the laundry instead of detergent and like ruined all his clothes. But he wants to go
shit.
like today, and I have
Right.
like back to
I didn't
back
understand.
and parent to parent tonight, so I
Right.
can't.
Yeah. Can you
What do
hear
you
us,
have
Emily?
tonight? Yeah, now I can. What do you have tonight, Andrea?
Our parent group,
Okay.
but it's the last one of the year because December there's a party instead. So
I had mine last night. Only 2 parents came.
oh wow. Well, I mean it's cold and dark.
Yeah, it was really foggy
Yeah.
last night.
So
So
foggy
maybe
lately.
that impacts, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, cross your fingers that I have a similar.
Yeah.
We just
How
have, like,
many do you
so
normally get at this group?
anywhere from like 6 to 15, but
Oh wow. Okay.
tons of kids apparently coming tonight, and Susan just texted that she was not feeling well, and I'm like, oh no, we need to have people, so we'll see.
And does Marissa help with those ones?
Oh totally, but I think as soon as there's more than 4 kids you should have 2 people, like
Oh,
there-
yes.
I think there's like 9 kids, so I don't know, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we're
Hello.
back. All right. Is just also after we finished our little list here, I will ask you, is there anything we didn't talk about from last time and all that? So, be ready for that. Okay. So we at the end, so we're number 10 now.
Yeah.
So that is the time in which you pull back the gold passport, the passport and the where is it? Section 3. So this one, okay? So I call the activity stamping our passports, but this just gives another element of a good life, but you're welcome to use it earlier if you want, and this is the time for them to put a stamp into which area the 2 goals that they've been working on is. So I'm not, definitely don't have Rebecca's talent with doing games. So I made a little slide, but we don't have to use it if we don't want to use it electronically. But you can just do this and put a stamp in. But so we could decide that we do this as a group, and they each one after the other say this is what I've done, or they can do it individually. Basically, in order to achieve the personal challenge, they just have to stamp in their passport. That's it. So whether we want to do it on the board and become, like visual for everything or not, or maybe they can just share, hey, I've got one of my stamp is blah, 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 and then they share with the whole group. What do you think?
I mean, we could get stamps too, if we wanted to, like,
Yeah.
have them do it themselves, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that could be a good idea to get like a physical stamp and then they can share it with each other. And now your turn. Yeah, that would be stamp with ink, like an old stamp kind of thing. Yeah, can you get one from between now and the session?
Yes.
Okay.
But Emily and Rebecca, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I like the idea of the physical stamp. One thought is giving them a few minutes to do their own if they want, and sort of stamping where they see fit. And then maybe having a larger group discussion. Maybe it's like, oh, let's look at home. Who stamped home on theirs? And sort of talk about it. You know, who didn't stamp home, and if there's any questions, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
So sort of individually or sort of within the table, and then a larger group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so oops.
I'm going to the dollar store today. So
We
if I
have
can
lots of stamps.
Hmm?
We have a lot of stamps.
Oh,
do we
Mhm. Yeah,
do we need ink for them, or do you think we
there's ink pads too. I think they're just in the back closet on the right side.
okay, that's awesome, because then each table can have one.
Yeah.
yeah. And then at some point, I would love it if they do a selfie each holding their passport, huh? Like all together.
Mhm.
Maybe start a fruit salad game like this.
Okay. So this will probably take maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes for sort of individual reflection, and then 15 as a group. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is here on your the website for the, so you can just show, you say while you're holding it, this is what is going to be on the screen, because that's the website of that session 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just had favorite or fruit salad game, which is something that you did last time, but now I'm just trying to remember how it went. How would this work with the different goals? Is it like whoever got who got a stamp in home, who got a stamp? Is that how it could go?
We could. I just wonder about how. I'm wondering if there's maybe a more fun or more engaging
Yeah,
way
I
to
was
do
thinking the same.
Yeah.
Or even that it's unrelated. Like, I don't think everything has to be related. It's nice just to have an icebreaker that's fun.
Yeah.
And that people.
It's a
Kind of a
really
way. A chance to be sort of silly, like we talked about last time, right? We sort of saw people getting, just being funny with it. And I think that was nice.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, they came up with a lot better questions than we did, right?
Yeah.
A lot better.
Okay, great. What do you call it?
I think
Just
just
a
leaving.
fruit salad.
Yeah, that should be fine.
What fruit salad?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, look, now the thing is like this. it could be that this is the end of the 3-hour session, and that's perfectly fine. It could be that there is time left and there's energy in the room. You could do a perma review, or you don't have to. It's just really, for me, if there's any time left and people have energy to talk more about how do I transform my strength into my superpower, that's great. But I don't know why I put perma review here, or strength. But if you feel that after the fruit salad game, it's like been a great session and everyone's happy and it's enough, it's enough. Okay. I'd rather end on a high and 4 questions and goodbye. Let's see you next week. So I will leave it up to you here. So how do I write here? How do you say? Is there a word in English, facultative? That's a choice or not? That's a word French, facultative. No.
Maybe.
There might be. I just can't think of.
So what do I write here that is not you don't have to do it. It's only if you want. What is it? Optional. Exactly. Optional. Sorry. All of us are quite like, I think it's time for us to finish too. Okay. So
I'm just confirming, like, we don't do any more goals and next steps in this session, right?
Well, that's the thing is, first we review them here.
Yeah.
And ideally, I would the challenge is that everyone achieved 2 goals at least in session. So, so what signature strength do you to achieve your goals? Okay. How many goals are left to achieve by the team, right? Like in total, right? And see here what, like, you can ask the team, what are your ideas to make sure that by next session is the last session? So how do we make sure that they achieve these? Which is because I really want people to finish thinking, I've achieved. So this, let's say Taya hasn't still done, her cooking, whatever. Now we need to have the team seriously, like, didn't one of them suggested that they're going to text each other to make sure that they achieve the goal? Wasn't there one of them? Like a buddy kind of thing last time I heard.
Yeah, well, some of them are, I can't remember all the details now. Some of their goals included each other, right? Or their first steps were like, I'm gonna add Raquel was gonna add Wendy on Facebook or something, like, I can't remember exactly, but something like that, right?
So good question to ask, and this is basically something that I would like to happen right on the board. How many goals are left, and hey, how do we make sure that X, Y, Z achieve this goal and that goal? That would be like a good. Okay. Okay. All right. I think that we've got a session, eh?
Yeah, looks good.
So just to recap for next time, I know we talk about homework and you guys don't have extra time to do it. That's fine. But the thing here for me is for you to think about, basically at the end of the trip, we want to we want to have all about me. Actually, I think I put it somewhere, all about me. Sorry, I put it somewhere for you to download, but now I can't find it. Melis, can you send it? Do you have? because you know, yesterday I forgot my laptop in town. I'm just using my desktop now,
Mhm.
so I don't have all my documents. Can you send an all about me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so
have a
please
look for it.
email it right. Why don't you email it right now so that it doesn't. So the session after that will be about you know, wrapping up everything, and basically what is it that we've gained on the trip that we can tell our family now we're back, you know, like. And the idea was that I described to you earlier was that we helped them fill the all about me with what they've done in session, like my passion, my strengths, etc., my goals. And then the last bit is they use the all about me to introduce themselves to one another. So hello, my name is so because the rationale for that is that we don't usually introduce ourselves through our strengths and our goals, and you know, hello, my name is da, 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 and I'm 17 years old and whatever. so I'd like them to experience one time to introduce themselves using that, and we can frame it as in the end of the trip we have a treasure chest. So if you have some time to think about it during the week, go ahead. If you don't, that's fine. We'll think on our feet as usual. So
Okay.
I'm done with my stuff today. If you guys have stuff that you want to ask or anything else, now we can talk about it.
I'm just emailing the all about me. What were the instructions to people to think about how to incorporate this? Or how to
So you just email them the sheet so that all they have to do is print out the sheet to give in session 4. It's not even a next session, it's after that. There's the instructions, we're gonna talk about it just in time. But I just wanted it to be sure because I thought I put it somewhere. I'm gonna find it afterwards. So I just wanted you to have it. There's no instruction, just email the sheet. And you guys print it. Okay. Questions? I love the idea that we can start introducing the elements of the quest. I love that. Thank you for being so open-minded and willing to trial.
Do we need to add names beside anything else? Andrea and Rebecca, do you think we should?
Yeah, it's true. There's no names.
We don't really have that part. I mean, we
idea.
kind of have been just great, like, yeah, but it's kind of maybe helpful. I can continue just doing the Airtable. That's not really a huge thing. Keys of citizenship, video. Yeah.
Okay, let me just I'll add.
And Emily.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we don't have. Okay, so is that a separate activity? No, it's basically 4 and 5, right?
In conjunction with the number of the conversation. So okay, and then optional blah blah blah. Okay, so
lead the group discussion then for number 4, Anik.
Oh, sorry, I missed the group discussion part.
Okay, so as Emily's inputting, I can help.
Group discussion?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just changing this a little bit so it's clear that it's the same. No. Okay, this one, okay. So it's a group discussion. So that'll be, so we have 20 minutes is basically for this goals. So this group discussion is Rebecca. Okay, and this one is, okay. So there's still number 4 and it's like clear that it's 4. Okay, great. Then, so the culture of the group, 4 questions. Do we need a name there? Or?
I don't think so.
Okay. Lunch break. Do we need? Okay. Keys to citizenship. So we have the video to explain the model, and this is when we also stop and start with the activities, right? Sorry, not the activities, but just the question.
Yeah.
I kind of think it should be maybe all 3 of us or for this one. I think it's gonna need.
Okay. and use the questions with the question on the site, on the web page. Yeah, you remember I showed you the question?
Mhm.
Okay.
But then I could do number 9, since I think I will not do number 8 if I'm videotaping.
Right.
But we need you first, so we're not gonna videotape the demonstration, Anik, because we need the
No.
3 of us for that part.
No, this is that's not the one I was talking about. I was talking about the game.
Mhm.
The video is the game later.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wonder though, on that note, Emily, if it would be helpful to videotape that portion if Anik is going to be reviewing and potentially using this game. Like it might be helpful to have a really clear, like
actually, yeah, you know what? Why don't we just ask one of the youth to videotape it for us?
Yeah.
They're more than capable.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, Ryan.
Exactly. You should involve them as much as possible.
Evan will not want to play. Evan will not, yeah.
Okay, so Kisa video to explain also. Evan will film. Yeah.
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 That's a great idea. If somebody doesn't want to play, great. You can be our videographer. A role.
Yeah.
But that's gonna go.
Film the demonstration as well.
Sorry.
Yeah. That go with number 9, not number 5, right?
Oh,
All right, yeah, we're
Number
jumping.
8.
Yeah.
Number 8. Sorry. Oh yeah, we should
instead of Andrea here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
So
a great idea.
not number 5.
that's right.
Oh, okay. That's another thing that we're underutilizing the players. Well, the question is, what else can we ask them to do?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
you've been drawing our attention to that the last 2 sessions, and it's something to consider in real time as we're going through it. I think is maybe we need to get more into the mind of how do we solve this problem in front of us, or switch from that to how can we help them to solve
Yeah.
the problem, or what can they do to solve it?
Mhm.
And maybe in hindsight, that would have been helpful to add into the culture of the group, that as a collective, we work on solving problems together, something like that, but that's fine.
Well, maybe you can, I think it's kind of too late. Well, do you think we should add it this time? Okay.
Well, it's just good to consider. I don't think we need to go back necessarily, but it is good to consider that should be a theme throughout this.
Good point. Okay. So yeah, it's facilitators. So this is all facilitators, and then here, who does the selfie?
I can do the goal passport. The one that you're on.
Yeah.
9.
And the fruit salad game. Is it in the name or?
I don't mind doing that. I can do that.
Okay. And that's it.
And then just so you all know, we're going to have a pizza party for the last session. So we'll really be like hyping that up in this session.
Great. So you remember, where is it that we want? Yeah, I think about how we present this, because this is our dry run for the next few sessions. Like, how do we make it clear? Hey, there's 2 challenges, team challenge, personal challenge, and how do we, and then at the end of the game, at the end of the session, we really need to tell them, the challenge was achieved, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we want to put it here, right? Challenges achieved, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if we can think of a board game or something, you know, like a pathway, that would be great. If not, we'll think about it for next time. Okay.
Yeah, I was Rebecca. I know it's like we'll just use your skills, but like I wonder, like if you felt like you wanted to or had time or could, like a video game map. Like I was just looking online and found, like, you know, the Mario Brothers themes you've been doing, like there are levels where it's like the little path, right? And you could even
Oh
like
yeah.
the like, okay, we did this in this one, we did this in this one, and for this session we have to get from the team challenge of the keys to the stamping of the passports, and it's like you all made it to there. Like I don't know, but we could have
so
like some
mapping
visual
out,
on screen.
yeah, mapping out session 3 on a video game map.
Yeah, I mean, we could have like the previous
Yeah.
sessions, like what
Sure.
we've already done too, if we wanted,
Yeah.
but and then just kind of like reference it to be like, yay, we did it.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
you do that? Can you do that, Rebecca? Is that how much work is that?
I'm going to say I will do my best
Do your
to get that done for Saturday,
Yeah.
but I will not guarantee it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. If you can't, let me know, because I can do some like not as good photo editing, but I can totally do it. So just
Yeah,
text me.
Okay, Rebecca or Andrea, and then between you, you'll decide.
Yeah. Okay. I'll touch base with you at the end of the day today, Andrea, because I don't work tomorrow. So
Yeah.
if I don't get it done by today, then I'll let you know.
Perfect.
I'm
sounds
totally happy with like a trial, you know. And so
Yeah.
what you're saying is that you're gonna project this on the wall or what? Or you print it on an A3 and then everyone can see, or
I think
We could
project it
print
on the
and
wall.
yeah, we
Or
could print and project so that people have some on their tables so they can refer to that, but they can also look up on the board and
okay.
yeah, a couple options. Easy enough to print it.
okay. So that's
great.
great, because at the end of the session, we really want to, you know, write on board, and then map, and then next session, and you know what we do plus pizza. Okay, great. Oh yes, I just wrote here a thing that at a conference I was once given a USB in the shape of a key. So it probably cost like $1 or $2 in a dollar shop. I don't know, but it's just like it's a key. I don't know if you can find it specifically, but it might be a good thing to give them when they finish the key games. You know, they receive the keys. Don't know, just a gimmick. I don't know, nice to have. We could do it next time.
Yeah, we can think about that. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's, yeah, it would be helpful to have. Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, well, any other questions?
Not about this next session. I'm excited about it. I think it sounds fun. I just I'm going to be mindful that I think there were a couple goals about dating people that people had in the last session. And I don't know if you remember that one person was like, my first step will be to go on a date with Donald. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just keep an eye on this. I mean, they're adults, right? It's fine. But I just was like, just in case the vibes in the group are a little bit like, if people didn't ask out their crush or, you know, the things that they were kind of talking about.
I specifically didn't write with Donald in that when I wrote it into Airtable.
Right.
I just made it a generalized. I can't remember what I wrote exactly, but I spoke it back to her. Yeah. And she agreed with the wording that I said at the time. So I'd have to look at her table just to see.
Do we need to check with them?
Maybe. Hang on. Build a relationship with a romantic partner. That was the long-term goal. And then I don't know where I have the first step. I can't remember. But then that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Wendy also had that as a goal.
And so did Taya, I think, was something about like calling or like going on a
asking
date.
someone out.
Yeah. This is, and sorry, when you were all messaging into the group, Melissa and Anik, you were both talking about some super helpful resources. It was it was we had lost the group at that point, and we were just trying to like manage, so I couldn't manage both the group.
So
chat.
it would be too much for you to try and contact them, and if they haven't done it, so I have that next thing might be a good goal for you in the meantime.
I'm just sorry, I'm just trying to.
I can resend that link. I sent the Real Talk link section about dating. There's like hundreds of videos there, so they could choose what they wanted to watch.
Good. Is it I haven't looked at I can't remember the audience for Real Talk.
Oh, Real Talk is done by
teenagers.
Isn't Real Talk done by the group that works with you in With Forward?
Yeah, it is. We just don't we were part of when they were starting out years ago, and then I just haven't kept track of sort of where things are at right now. Melissa, you probably know more than I do. Andrea, I don't know if you're involved with any of that, but is it as far as you know, Melissa, it's fine for teenagers as well?
Yeah, it's teenagers, adults. It's just such great content. Yeah.
Awesome. And we can always say to them too, like, if you feel more comfortable going through this with your parent or somebody that an adult that you trust in your life, like, share it with them and look at it with that or whatever, right? So you can always preface it in that way.
And Real Talk also has pizza parties, their own pizza parties, where people get together and ask questions, and they watch a series together, and then they ask questions. So that could be another goal, is to go to a pizza party. There's so many, like, dating, it's so awesome that 3 people wanted, like, this was one of their goals, that there's so many small steps that can come, and it's okay if someone said no to them. There's even a video about how do you deal with rejection on the Real Talk website. There's one about have you ever wanted to have a partner but couldn't find one. There's one about loneliness and what do you do.
So maybe a goal, it would be to just watch one video. But the question is, do you have enough time to touch base with them and ask them and make that suggestion? Because I would prefer for them to have the opportunity to watch the video before the session, so that they don't have to admit that they didn't talk to their crush or whatever, which might
what was where did we put the step for, I'm on it right now. That was session 2. Hang on, let me just look. I just want to see what the actual first steps were, because they might have been fine.
Yeah, they were small.
Okay, I'm on it.
You want to share your screen? If you can. Wait, let me just open up. Yeah.
Here. Okay. Just a sec. Let me just make this bigger.
Oh, that's ask someone questions to get to know him better. That's
Tea's felt manageable.
I didn't know how to word Donald. He was very adamant. The best basketball player in the entire world.
Ever.
Better than LeBron James.
And then be a better basketball player specifically than LeBron James. Okay, and then sorry. So invite a friend over to no, that's Paulo's. Ryan, graduate. Go on. Okay, go on our romantic. Ask potential partner more questions to get to know him better. I think we can. Somebody I can phone. Or Rebecca, do you have a texting relationship with her?
With Tia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you feel comfortable texting today and just checking in to see how your first step has gone for your goal?
Yeah.
And then maybe even just say like, or just say like, just checking in to see if you've been able to ask the person that you wanted to some questions this week to get to know them better. And then that sort of reminds her, oh yeah, right. Okay. Tyler's done.
And you could also add, because or you could say, I wanted to suggest something to you or something, like, I mean, we normally don't. We try to avoid suggesting direct thing, but I think in this case, it might be a good idea because it's just a way out of feeling like a failure or something. You know what I mean? So, because it's very intimidating to ask your crush for a date.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
Raquel
And
and
there's-
Wendy both said they're gonna ask somebody out.
And that's
Is there-
quite normal, I guess, for people to think, well, that's gonna be my first step,
Yeah.
but just supporting them to know there's so many small steps we can do before that to prepare us for that moment.
Yeah.
So,
I can check in with Wendy. I can phone her today
Great.
and see how things are going. I feel, yeah, okay. I guess Rebecca just feel that, I mean, I don't want to, I'm just conscious that she's in school right now. So just
Mhm.
don't interrupt her day. Or she'll text back, don't pressure me.
Yeah, exactly. Or who is this?
Yeah, who is this? Why are you sending me this? Ryan's was graduate from high school, do homework for this week. It's interesting. I'm confident in Ryan's understanding of this. He's way more keen to help out other people come up with ideas for themselves versus sort of have the focus be on him. It was almost, yeah.
But he did do the 2 truths and a lie, which was like pretty
He did.
like
Yeah.
Which I thought he did pretty well, like all school stuff.
Tyler is gonna bring his scarf that he's looming. He's learning how to loom.
What? That's so cool.
He brought it last night to a different group, it was a parent group, and I had to make him sit in the lobby. So he was in the lobby looming his scarf the whole time. I told him to bring it. I was like, because he wants to make Christmas presents for people, and he wants to make these scarves. So I'm like, that's awesome. Let's bring it. Let's tie this in. I know it's not your official goal, but let's make an example.
That's great.
And then he can do that too to keep him busy because he's one that benefited from the Lego.
Do you want to do Lego again?
I'm gonna bring. I accidentally bought an industrial sized box of earplugs at one time, and so now I have like 1,000 earplug packages. And I will bring earplugs for people who want them. It might help with the dingy white noise, king of the stuff. So I think we should have the Lego still, but maybe we're gonna move Taya to a spot that's better. Maybe we put her at the front.
That's a good idea. Emily, are you going to be there tomorrow for
What day is it tomorrow?
It's Friday?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna grab my charger also.
I don't know who has that space though until what time. Let me check.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, do you guys have to go?
No, I'm fine.
What day is it tomorrow? Next day, the 1st. This is my last parking day.
Oh,
So
me
sad.
too, eh? Tragic.
So sad.
Four.
Tomorrow, Jody has it until 4 tomorrow. Let's just do it in the morning on Saturday.
Yeah, let's tell Jody though.
Actually, I'll go and talk to Jody and see if she can leave some stuff out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Good idea.
Specifically
and
the
I'll-
chairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to, yeah, I'm gonna, okay. And we're not gonna take out we're not gonna use the, what's that, the screen. We're just gonna project against the wall, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I wonder if Jody will have the speaker down there already. She had it yesterday for training.
Oh, is that a building speaker?
I don't know, but she was using it yesterday.
Red one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Either way, I'll be there on Friday. So if she's not using it, I'll get it. And if she is, then we'll just ask her to pass it on at the end of the day.
Yeah. You're still screen sharing, Emily, just a heads up.
Oh,
Before you go on your
in my
super
email.
private Facebook page.
Yeah. Also, what are you getting from Costco?
Oh, I had it on from Cyber Monday. I was looking for knives, like
Oh yeah.
good sharp knives, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's still like over $200 for these. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't really.
Yeah.
Kenny's a vegan. He doesn't even need the like meat knives. Like someday.
And he just gnaws on. He doesn't need a knife.
Yeah. What are you eating? Like mushrooms?
Do we need to
Okay.
get more food for tomorrow or for Saturday?
Sorry.
What?
Do we need
Oh.
more food for Saturday?
Oh shoot, yes, we do. We need more food. Well, maybe I'm going to get knives at Costco plus plus all the snacks.
You know what?
Have cookies, and we have enough cookies, and yeah, we have enough cookies, but that's it.
We need veggie straws and juice boxes, right? No, not juice boxes.
We have juice boxes. We're fine for drinks. We just don't have. All we have is cookies.
Yeah, we don't have something savory.
So veggie straws and chips. I can get that today.
Are you sure?
Then it's an excuse to not have to come into the office this afternoon.
Excellent.
Maybe I'll meet you there.
Yeah. Well,
Meet at the next meeting will be at Costco.
yeah. Yeah.
Melissa,
Okay.
yeah, I recognize this All About Me page. Thank you for sending that again.
Great. I'll also send the Real Talk link.
I would love to see their answers to this page.
Okay.
Great. Okay, shall we wrap up?
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Love, love, love working with you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Mhm.
Okay, we'll see you on Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay.
Bye. Have
See
a
you
nice
Saturday.
day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Cheers. Woohoo.
Okay.
I'm gonna run to my appointment with Jenny.
Great.
Now that I finished a bit early.
Yeah.
Melissa, Dad told me that you forgot something on your on the flight. Do you have a way to find it or?
Yeah, I've called them many times, left many messages.
Uh-huh.
No, I think it's gone.
You mean somebody in the plane took it?
No, I think it was my little green toiletries bag.
But is there something I mean, aside from loving the bag, is there something else that you needed? Dad said.
Yeah, there's my night guard. But I actually slept really well last night and didn't grind my teeth. So
I'm happy to talk to you, but I need to do it on
okay,
the
bye.
way to Jenny.
No, it's all good. I'm
phone?
good. I'm figuring out. It's probably just gone and it's all good. I've tried, but yeah. Okay.
Well, what we saw with Yaniv also forgot something on the plane, and it was it was, who did you call, the airport?
Called the airport and they put me through to like Latam.
Because what they need to do is they need to actually, if they find something on the plane, they have to bring it to the lost and found at the airport. No,
That's what I called the lost and
and
found.
they didn't help
They
you.
put me through to like the specific people that would have found that, and that they didn't answer, so I left 3 messages. But I also read on the website that they'd throw away like certain things like toiletries bags. So
Oh.
now I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's good news I didn't grind my teeth, so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
fantastic.
try.
I'm gonna get going now. I'm really, really happy to talk to you if you want.
Oh, this is still recording, Mom. You're gonna have to edit this out.